The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. John.
Glory to you, Lord.
The Gospel of John, chapter 11, verses 19 to 27. Many Jews had come to Martha and Mary to sympathize with them over their brother. When Martha heard that Jesus had come, she went to meet him. Mary remained sitting in the house. Martha said to Jesus, "If you had been here, my brother would have not died. But I know that even now, whatever you ask of God, He will grant you." "Your brother," said Jesus to her, "will rise again." Martha said, "I know he will rise again at the resurrection on the last day." Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life. If anyone believes in me, even though he dies, he will live. And whoever lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this?" "Yes, Lord," she said. "I believe that you are the Christ, the Son of God, the one who has come into the world." This is the Gospel of the Lord.
Praise the Lord Jesus Christ.
Dear brothers and sisters in Jesus Christ, today the Gospel presents us a very relevant theme. All over the world, the pandemic is spreading and the fear is spreading. On the one hand, people say it is not so fatal, and yet everyone at heart has the fear that one day I can be a victim. And in this context, today we have Martha pleading for Lazarus. Lazarus, Martha and Maria, they lived in a small village, Bethany, near Jerusalem. Lazarus died and already days passed. People are coming there to sympathize them. And here, Martha is someone who is going out to Jesus, meeting him and says, "My brother wouldn't have died if only you were here." What a faith, what a profession of faith. If only you were here, my brother wouldn't have died. And the death is a natural law, a natural phenomenon. Everyone who is born is supposed to die. But here Martha believes otherwise, that my brother wouldn't have died. Now let's say, if it is a natural law and it has to happen, and in other words, he is not the fittest according to the law of nature. He is not the fittest to survive according to the law of nature. But here, even the world calculates a person's life and death based on the corporate world. What is the value of the person in the corporate world? What is his economical worth? It is really worth to help that person. If we go to the doctor, we go to the hospital, they evaluate the worth of the person and then they provide you the aids. But when it comes to family, we don't calculate like this. But even then, we are trapped in this kind of thinking. Is it really worth to spend this much amount of money on this person? I just bring to light one incident, a real incident that took place recently. One relative of mine, cousin of mine, passed away a week ago. It is really heartbreaking. You know how he died? He was only 40, married, and he has got 2 children. He was living like a normal person, like anybody else. And something happened between the husband and wife. There was a misunderstanding. They started drinking. And then what happened? There was a fight between them, husband and wife, and it was going on. And sometimes he yields into drinking, he starts drinking more and more. The worst is yet to happen. He fights with the family and leaves the family, goes somewhere in a kind of a jungle place, and he remains there in a hut. And surprisingly, he doesn't even come back at least for 3 months. The last time he visited or he spoke to somebody else was about a month ago. And what happened? One day he drank more and more, and then he went to that hut. He died there. And that hut is away from the village. Nobody knew. And the nearby places, they realized that something is stinking. When they went there and peeped in, they saw he was dead, and almost 2-3 days passed. Imagine what could be the condition. Then they all gathered and they did all the rituals. Now what happens here is that they did not have a Martha in the family who believed in him more than the worth of this corporate world. They rejected him, they neglected him because he was not worth the worth they calculated in terms of the corporate world. Is it not how we also look at everyone here? Is this worth helping these people? Is this worth helping this so-and-so person? And that is how we calculate. And here Jesus, he thinks otherwise. He is worth because of what he is. This is the beauty. Jesus thinks Lazarus is worth of resurrection and gives the biggest gift. He died 3 days ago and he raises him. For what? Is he going to be an extraordinary person in the community? Is he going to be an extraordinary person in the society? Is he going to be an extraordinary person to those sisters? Only 2 sisters. I think both of them are elders to him. Elders are elders, that's apart. But what is the worth? But Jesus says, no, it is worth because he is brother to me. He is God's creation. He is Son of God. He is the creation of God. And plus, he will have a company among these sisters. And this is the beauty. If only we had one Martha in our community, if only we had one Martha in the family, if only we had one Martha in the society, the whole outlook of the society will be beautiful. Where there is a lot of faith, a lot of trust, a lot of hopefulness in the situation, in the entire situation. And today, as we are celebrating this feast of St. Martha, the call is for us to be the Martha of this community, to be the Martha of our school surroundings, school campus, to be a Martha in the society, in the family. What a beautiful thing. Another aspect for us is that as we become worthy or unworthy, but always worthy in the eyes of God, we are called to become Marthas to one another. If only I knew that someone else, a sister, a companion, is like a Martha, what a feeling I will have, what a strength I will have. Let the pandemic come. Let I may have the COVID-19. Let me have the virus infection. But still, if I believe that so-and-so is there for me, she will stand for me, she will be like a Martha for me. What a beautiful life. Death will not have the power to make me lose faith. I will be more faithful. I can face the death. I can face the death. Even if I die, I will die happily. But where the question comes is, where is the Martha? So let us think about it. Can I be the Martha to my community? And make sure, can I believe in somebody as Martha? Let us pray that God may give us the strength to believe in somebody more than the corporate worth, and may give us the strength to become the Martha of this community. Let us pray.